Hello guys, it is Friday, which means it is time for another WandaVision Friday. I've got the tune song playing in my head, the old 50s version, because that's my favorite. Just, you know, if you know, you know. But, as always, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe and follow along my channel with all kinds of other new Marvel content, especially the Falcon and Winter Soldier. That'll be the next series we're covering on March 18th. That's right, that's when it debuts, guys. But for now, let's get into this week's episode of WandaVision. Episode 8, titled Previously On, which is kind of hilarious and ironic considering that it is literally a flashback. Okay, let's start off with what I liked about this episode. I thought the intro with Agatha was absolutely cool. I liked to see her little backstory there. I thought that was nice intro. Salem, Massachusetts. I'm a big fan of that time period because I think it's interesting from a historical perspective. So I loved that. I did like if you picked up on the kind of Easter eggs with the sitcoms from the first flashback, obviously, of going into how Wanda kind of came up with those, the Dick Van Dyke, them in the bed, that was obviously her and Vision in the bed, the Brady Bunch episode. For some reason, ironically, I do remember watching that as a kid on Nick at Night, so I love that kazoo episode. I don't know why it sticks out to me, but it does. I can distinctly remember watching it in my bedroom, so that's a cool episode. That was kind of nice to see the kazoo. I loved the backstory with the fact that she was possibly already a witch, and the fact that the Tesseract interaction actually just made it even stronger and just kind of amplified her powers, which I think is really cool. I also liked that when she looked at it, it turned yellow, obviously Vision, yellow. And then she saw herself, so that is definitely going to be, I'm thinking, what we see next week, her and her fully fledged Scarlet Witch outfit, which I am so pumped for, you guys. You have no idea. I love it. I'm so excited. Moving on from there, after we go into, I also thought the connection with her and Pietro and the bomb and disarming that, like I was saying, loved that. I thought that was really cool. Let's see, what else? Oh, the fact that Pietro was just kind of like a creation, that he was just like her eyes and ears and kind of created up by Agatha. That was interesting too. I'm hoping we like learn more about that, or something happens with that to explain it further. We didn't get any Monica this episode, which I was a little bit bitter about. So yeah, I'm kind of not too thrilled with that part of the episode. Going back to when obviously we see her with the whole Hayward, or excuse me, I'm skipping, I'm getting too excited, guys. I'm going too fast. I mean, the moment where her and Vision are at the Avengers compound, I thought that was a really sweet, candid moment into their relationship. You kind of can see the emotions and the feels blossoming. I thought that was really wholesome. I liked it. Also, that TV show, I remember it being on when I was a kid. So The Middle, yeah, I think it's called The Middle, pretty sure. But yeah, I think that's cool, and that they shared that moment, and that, you know, she was basically his first glimpse into humanity. And I think we saw that in the Marvel films, but not to the level of understanding that we kind of got in that moment, which was kind of nice. I liked that. I thought it was a nice little flashback there. And then fast forwarding obviously onto her interaction with Hayward, so now we know exactly what happened after the funeral, when she goes up to the storage facility and she just wants to bring him home. To be honest, when Hayward was saying, oh, she busted in there and wanted his body, I'm like, that does not sound like Wanda. Like, Wanda, where did that come? Wanda is a bad bitch. Like, no qualms about it. But she's only extremely pissed off and angry when you've really pissed her off. So it just didn't seem like it. She had to have been so overcome with grief when Hayward was like, oh yeah, she totally busted in. I'm like, yeah, I could totally not see that happening. I mean, plus that guy's shady as heck. I mean, what are we gonna say there? But I liked that. I liked that she kind of busted through the doors. I love that he totally lied to her too and was like, oh yeah, we're just disabling him. Yeah, sure you are, dude. Like, you suddenly have hijacked this from wherever you found it on the battlefield. I don't even know. We've been doing that for like 5 years, trying to figure out how to, you know, turn him back on. I guess that makes sense, right? But yeah, I liked that part of it. I thought that was an iconic moment, and it makes sense. It did also kind of like, he kind of like let her on. I was like, oh, well, you asked to see it. You did this, you did that. So, you know, making his cunning argument for it. I do think the drive-in through Westview, I liked the fact that Vision had thought about the fact that she would like somewhere that is kind of like a land out of time. So obviously that place must have been popular maybe in like the 1950s. I mean, it's not something, we've seen that before, obviously, like current economic situations, we've seen that happen before where it's, you know, it was a neighborhood that was popular when it was, you know, back in its heyday, and it's not anymore. And I thought that was kind of sad. And it was, this is gonna sound really twisted and weird, it almost was like she put like a pep into that area. Obviously it was terrible because she is like mind warping the crap out of them, so I'm not saying that by no means, but I'm just saying that that town looked like it had been really run down and kind of depressed. And when she just melted down and kind of just exploded in her grief, I'm sure many people can relate to that. Even if it's not grief, maybe it's just like anxiety, depression, anything. Anybody can just like want to scream into a pillow. You've just had an extremely, extremely hard time lately and you just want to like bust out and scream. So I think that was a really good moment of breakdown, and the fact that she just did not understand the level and magnitude of her powers. I love that in a superpower. I think, not superpower, in a superhero, because I think it's so extremely well, if they can do it correctly, and they've done a good job, I think personally here, of explaining kind of her backstory, where she came from, and her just exploding into this massive, obviously the whole Westview hex conundrum. I think that's iconic. I think that's one of the things that really keeps you watching a film, is to see them being like, I am fully unaware of what I'm capable of, and then when they finally realize it and they turn it on, God forbid you piss them off. But I think that was iconic. I liked that. I thought it was really cool to see the way that they built up the blocks. I really liked that. And I liked the fact that Vision had picked it up before he, you know, passed, and he was like, oh, this is for us. And I just thought it was sweet. Nice moment. I really liked that. I enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. Let's see, moving on from there. What else? I don't want to miss anything. Tesseract. Yeah, we talked about that. Oh, the fact that she described it like wave washing. I thought that was extremely prophetic as well. I thought that was, there's a couple of lines in here. The fact that, so after obviously that happens, and Agatha realizes that she is indeed the Scarlet Witch, which is really creepy that she's holding her children by the neck. That's, oh God, that was just weird. And it is chaos magic. I can't wait to see more of what they're going to do with that in phase 4. But let's skip ahead to the end credit scene. As you know, Marvel end credit scenes have been, you know, famous for like ever since they've started them. I thought it was cool. I'm excited to see where they take him. I did see a couple of TikTok spoilers. I cannot think of for the life of me of where I saw it today. And reading into, they call him White Vision in the comics, and that he doesn't remember Wanda or anything. I'm wondering if he's almost like a version of Ultron, kind of. That's like the vibes it's giving me. And Hayward's just gonna get like demolished, and then the new Avenger, not the new Avengers, but the returning Avengers, and then the new phase 4 Avengers are now gonna have to basically come together. And well, I mean, there will never be Avengers, you guys know what I mean. Putting them together and just, yeah, then the whole multiverse of madness and everything. Yeah, I mean, you know, what are we gonna get to next? But I don't think he's really fully prepared for that. Hopefully, maybe like they can still use, like, obviously it's Paul Bettany, so I'm kind of excited for that, because I'm wondering if that means the continuation of his character, because I love Paul Bettany. I've loved him since his Wimbledon days. So, and if you know Wimbledon, the movie with Kirsten Dunst, you know. But yeah, let's see. I don't think I got anything else. Let me make sure. Oh, I did think it was also really cute when Vision said welcome back after she had literally just built herself into the 50s episode. I thought that was really cute and sweet and just beautiful. And let me make sure. Yeah, that was basically about it, guys. But those are kind of my thoughts from this week's episode. Also thought it was weird that there was no commercial. I mean, technically Agatha was running the show and we were just like reliving everything through a flashback, but let me know your thoughts. I know a lot of people were disappointed. Some people absolutely loved it. Some people absolutely hated it. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. What do you think they're going to do next week? I mean, it's one episode left, so what the heck are we gonna do? It's gonna be an hour long, hour and a half long. Oh my God, that would be iconic, right? It's probably not gonna be though. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. We are not going anywhere. We're gonna keep making on content on this channel, so stay tuned. Yeah, so I hope that you guys are doing well, and I hope that you have a great morning, good evening, whatever time it is when you're watching this. Hope you're having a great time, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.